The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Pair of wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rush City, Minnesota for today's Section 4 AA semifinal matchup between the Cannon Falls Bombers and your Rush City Tigers. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I am joined by, once again, Mac Nelson. First of all, Mac, thanks so much for joining me.
Well, of course. You told me to come, and I came.
It should be a good day here for football. It's not too bad outside. It's a little bit windy, but other than that, it is pretty nice outside. As we get set for this semifinal matchup here between the Cannon Falls Bombers and the Rush City Tigers. The Tigers this year 8-0 during the regular season, finishing it undefeated, but now that's all in the past. Now you're focused on this game, worried about getting a win here, and that's all that really matters at this point in time, because what happened during the regular season come playoffs doesn't matter anymore. It's all about what you can do now during the playoffs. And for Rush City, they don't play any of their section teams during the regular season, so it's their first true look at this team. Of course, you can watch film, and they've had a little bit extra time to watch some film because, well, they get the first round bye against Cannon Falls here today. But they get that first round bye, which should definitely prove to be a key talking point in this one, as they get a little bit more rest. They get some more time to get healthy and, again, watch that film and catch up on what Cannon Falls does here as we get going forward in this one. It's not our only game here this afternoon. We also have over on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Well, Bram and Mille Lacs will be going at it up there at Isle High School. Andy Beckstrom will have the call on that one, so be sure to be tuning in for that game as well. But here in this one, Rush City and Cannon Falls going at it, taking a look at the bracket. Cannon Falls, the number 4 seed, beat Randolph 50-6 in that one. On the other side, it was Central Public Schools beating Maple Lake 58-8, and St. Agnes, the number 2 seed, got a first round bye as well. So St. Agnes playing over at Seafoam Stadium on the campus of Concordia University down in St. Paul. They'll be playing that game at 6. And the winners of both of these games will play next week on November 1st, which would be next Friday. They would play at Watertown Mayer High School for the championship game of Section 4 AA. So these two teams, Rush City, Cannon Falls, going at it. Winner will head to Watertown Mayer next Friday. Did I mention Friday? Yeah, Friday. So next Friday, it will be the championship game for this section. Now, for Rush City, again, 8-0 on the season. A very good season. But as we take a look at Section 4 AA, Cannon Falls, not a bad team either. 7-2. Well, 6-2 during the regular season, minus that seventh win they got during the playoffs. But 6-2 during the regular season. A very good team, Mac, as we take a look at it. Their offense, third best in the section. Their defense, also second best in the section. You've got a lot of good teams here in this section that are just insanely, ridiculously good. But one of the teams that we actually aren't seeing this year is, for some reason, Norwood Young America, who finished this season 9-0, is not actually playing the playoffs. So interesting there. But you've got St. Agnes, Rush City, and Cannon Falls. Really the top 3 teams in this section are still alive, which is no surprise. But for Cannon Falls, they got the number 4 seed. Interesting seeding for them, but with one of the top defenses in this section, I really don't know what to expect here in this one. This could be one where we see a shootout. It could also be one where we see each team, it comes down to who can score first or maybe even last, or who can get at least a touchdown, who can kick that field goal. Just looking at it from the section standpoint, what are your thoughts here on this game between these two teams?
Well, I'm looking at it as neither team has really played a section game already, so they already haven't had that kind of wake-up call of what playoffs is going to be like. Rush obviously had a bye, so they've had a little bit more time to prepare for this game, as Cannon Falls had to watch some film and pull off a win on their own just to get to this game. So that's going to play a factor as well. Overall, I think both teams are going to be pretty evenly matched here. Like you said, it's going to be who can pull off a touchdown, who can get that last little push to end up giving them an edge in the game, if you will.
As we take a look at their 2 losses on the season, their first one came against Caledonia, and we all know how good Caledonia is. They're pretty darn good. They're 6-2. They're 8th in the state, and they also got a first-round bye. They'll be hosting Lewiston Altura today in their second-round matchup. But looking at Caledonia, they lost to Triton by 1 and lost to Chatfield by 7. Now, Chatfield, as we all know, is the top team in Class 2A. Taking a look at Chatfield, who, again, Cannon Falls did lose to 40-8 loss, and that was their last game of the regular season. But they finished this season at 8-0. They actually got bounced. They're the number 2 team in the state now, but still a very good record. 8-0. You can see none of their games were super close. Looks like the closest one was 21 points, a win over Dover Iota. So a pretty good team in Chatfield that Cannon Falls lost to. But those are their only 2 losses. Their 2 losses came against teams who are top 5 in the state, really. And that's tough to be able to do, to be able to play that close against those type of teams. Now, you might say, well, they didn't really play that close against Sheffield. Well, no, but you still learn from that type of game. You still learn from a team that is pretty favored to go to the state tournament. But you look at it, they played their entire schedule was played against Section 1 teams, except for one game against a Section 2 team, but they also played a couple teams from Class 3A in Rochester Lords. Very good team, by the way. La Crescent Hoka and Zumbrota Mazeppa. Those were the 3A schools they played from Section 1. And they also played St. Charles, Caledonia, Dover Iota, and Chatfield, all, again, from Section, or except for Triton, but all from Section 1. And, again, Caledonia and Chatfield, both from the same section. They lost to those. I'm expecting that to be the section championship there. But very interesting schedule here for Cannon Falls. A good mix of who they played. They played some bigger schools. They played some schools that, again, are pretty favored to go to the state tournament. But when you got a schedule like that, I think you're pretty well set up for playoffs. But again, just playoffs are a whole different animal.
Whole different animal. And playing these bigger schools, is that going to give them the knowledge that they need? They might not have had as many wins in that sense, but playing these bigger schools and this better competition, is that going to give them the edge that they might need to pull off this win tonight?
And Rush City, a very good team as well, as we will take a look at them. But first, we're going to take a commercial break. Hear word from some of our fine sponsors, and then we'll come back and talk more about this Rush City squad and see how they've done this year. You're listening to High School Football Playoffs here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, audio only at WCMPradio.com.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. Thank you for voting us the best real estate office in Iceni County. We appreciate you. For all your real estate needs, head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASC certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
baseball and softball coaches. Are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch, a great spot to go and practice where it's not wet or rainy. It's indoors. But here, Ethan Game Day, Gilman Mac Nelson back out here at Rush City, Minnesota for tonight's, or well, this afternoon's game, I should say, between the Rush City Tigers and the Cannon Falls Bombers. These two teams getting set to go at it in this Section 4AA semifinal game. And we're talking now about the Rush City Tigers and their season that was and continuing to be. Rush City finished as the number 1 seed in their section. Their section always, other than Section 1AA, which again was home to Chatfield and Caledonia, this Section 4 seems to always be year in and year out a pretty competitive section. You've got Norwood Young America, St. Agnes in here, who are usually one of the top 2 teams in this section, along with Cannon Falls. Rush City, always pretty competitive in this section as well. So when you take a look at this section, it is a tough section to play in. And unfortunately for Rush City, they did not get to play a game in this section during the regular season, but they still finished an impressive 8-0 on the season. You can see they are the top offense here in this section. They have one of the top 3 defenses in this section as well. As we take a look at their season, that was again started off pretty darn good. They had 3 wins in which they scored over 40 points to begin the season. No matter what team you're playing, it's tough to be able to score 40 points in a game. That's a lot of touchdowns to score, but they did that in 3 straight games before beating Crosby Ironton, shutting Crosby Ironton out. Not only that, they shut Crosby Ironton out on the road. I don't know if you've ever been up to Crosby Ironton. I know I have. I know Pine City has played there before, but to shut Crosby Ironton out on their home field, to do that on anyone else's home field on the road, that is extremely hard to do.
That's a really good feeling when you do that, if you can accomplish the feat. Like you were saying, these guys have a really good offense. I'm really looking forward to seeing that tonight in action and seeing how this Bombers defense is able to hold up against it.
Yeah, and looks like we are actually going to get ready to have our national anthem here real soon. We'll continue to talk, though. After that, they were 4-0 after that win against Crosby. Then they beat Aiken, who has year in and year out been a very good team. But then it came down to those last 2-3 games. Mesabi East, another good school. So 6-0, right, going into that last week and a half, because they got that Thursday game before they get the Wednesday game. So they got almost a week off. They went up to Moose Lake Willow River. I know you've heard stories because you're from this area. I know you've heard how hard it is to beat. I know we know how Moose Lake Willow River is. We know they're almost every year at state. If they're not, they're in the championship game. They went up to Moose Lake Willow River. That was an absolute battle. They were down by, I think it was 6 with 10 seconds to go. Matthew Kemp, their quarterback, threw it into the end zone. It was caught for a touchdown. They made wind up being the game-winning decision to go for 2. They convert the 2, kickoff, done. They win the game 24-22. Again, going on the road and beating Moose Lake Willow River. Not many teams can say they've done that.
No, Moose Lake Willow River has always been kind of like a curse in the schools. You hear, oh, we're going to Moose Lake Willow River, and you know they're not going to be happy the next day. So the fact that they were able to go on the road and to have that such a battle with that physical of a team and to pull it off in the last amount of time, that's a big feat there.
And that is, I think, one of the games that definitely prepared them for this type of play here that they'll have today and even on next Friday if they make it there, I think. Then they did play International Falls, which by the score, you're going to say to yourselves, well, that's not really a good game. They blew them out. Well, it was a much better game than what you think. International Falls is a pretty tough team, a pretty physical team as well. I think having to take a nearly 4-hour road trip from International Falls definitely makes a little bit of a difference, but they still won that game. They finished 8-0. We'll talk a little bit more about Rush City when we come back. We're going to get our national anthem, so we're going to do our part in respecting the flag. We'll come back after word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Section Semifinal Football here on Anthem Country WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage, and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. As we get set for the start of this one on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, we will have your Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming up here shortly. As we get the starting defense for Cannon Falls, we will now get our starting lineups for the Rush City Tigers. The Tigers will go and give their offense here.
Starting at running back number 3, Jamison Wood.
Jamison Wood will be the starting running back.
Starting at quarterback number 5, Matthew Kemp.
And of course, Matthew Kemp, the quarterback.
Starting at tight end number 7, William Volk Jr. Starting at wide receiver number 8, Caden Scoopman.
Scoopman and Volk.
Starting at running back number 16, Logan Kirby.
Logan Kirby, another running back here for the Tigers.
Starting at running back number 44,
another running back will be 44, Tyler Munson.
Starting on the line, number 54, Joshua
And then you've got your
Berthold.
offensive line.
Starting on the line, number 55, Samuel Dick.
Samuel Dick.
Starting on the line, number 57, Jace
Along
Allerton.
with Jace Allerton.
Starting on the line, number 66, Uriah Stitch.
Uriah Stitch. Going to be one of those
Starting on the line,
linemen as
number
well.
77, Devin Kramer.
Devin Kramer as well.
The Rush City Tigers are coached by Joel Lakeberg and assisted by Michael O'Connell, Tom Martin, Bruce Conrad, Jeff Hicks, Matt Morgan, and
I recognize some of these names from the baseball squad this spring, or even the basketball squad from last winter.
The umpires, Brian Omscheld.
As we get set for kickoff here at Rush City, Minnesota. Tigers looking to defend that number 1 seed here today against Cannon Falls. And Mac, before we get started, your final thoughts here on this one. What does Rush City need to do here today to get the win?
I think they got to come out quick and set the tone early. I think they got to get a quick score right out the gate to really let them know that they mean business. What about you?
Yeah, I would agree. I think, Rush City, one of the things that I would say actually is I would like to see them, one of the things that I talked about with their head coach throughout the season is he wanted to be balanced. He wants to be that balanced team running and passing the ball. I want to see a drive where they have, 60-40, 50-50 run pass, take about, 5-6 minutes off the clock and finish it with a score. I want to see that, defensively. Obviously, perfect scenario, you'd come out and make a 3-and-out and you'd stop and get the ball back right away for your offense. I don't know if you necessarily have to do that. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but I think, to see them come out and be the aggressor, be the more physical team. I think that is what you want to see if you are Rush City here in this one. As the teams get ready to take the field. The Tigers will kick it off to Cannon Falls, so Rush City will receive the second half kickoff. And here's the boot, and we're underway here in this section semifinal game. It's taken in, and the returner will be taken out of bounds up past the 40 near midfield. On the return that time was number 20, Kobe Turner. So it will be the Bombers, not the Bram Bombers, Mac, this time around. No, it is Cannon Falls Bombers who will start with the ball on offense.
Not the Bram Bombers or the Barnum Bombers,
no.
the Cannon Falls
Yes,
Bombers.
It will be number 9, Grady Myers, the young man under center for the, again, Cannon Falls Bombers. So line up with the power T in the backfield. Myers will hand it off right up the middle, physical run, and not a lot on that one. Maybe a gain of 3 for the running back number 10. That is Preston Schoenfelder.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down, 6. Bombers.
Looks like they're trying to come out early and show that they are physical tonight.
Yeah, it does look like that. Cannon Falls wants to be the more physical team, the aggressor. Of course, power T offense. It is sometimes can be difficult to kind of tell what's going on in the power T because, well, you're all right at the line of scrimmage, so not easy to tell what teams are doing at the line of scrimmage a lot of times. As the handoff will go off the right side of the line, this time to Jack Myers, number 14. He is swarmed upon, but he gets about 4 yards.
A whole plethora of Rush City players able to push him back, but I think they call him down before it happens.
Bring up third down 2.
So gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 2 here for Cannon Falls. Can this Tiger defense make the stop that they so really could use at this point?
Both teams come to the line. Snap running off to the left side here.
And he's got the first as August Wagner by about 1.5 yards. So a gain of 3 that time for Wagner. It'll be a first down on the Rush City side of the 50. So the Bombers are going to be the team that, definitely you're going to see take more time off the clock when they have the the ball in their possession. So here come the Bombers. It's Grady Myers, the quarterback, under center. Takes the snap. He'll give it off the left side of the line. The carrier that time, Schoenfelder, takes it for a gain of about 12 that time. A quick gain of 12. And it'll be a new set of downs for the Bombers. 10 minutes to go here in this first quarter. The Bombers come out into that power T formation. Their first chunk play there of 12. And now Myers back under center. And he's going to get Rush City to jump. That will be our first penalty of the afternoon. That'll be 5. So that will give the Bombers a free 5 yards. And it'll be first down and 5 instead of the first and 10. Looks like we've got a Tiger on late. Bombers back under center in the power T. Myers, he'll give it off the left side line, and it's more of a counter play there for Schoenfelder. He goes up, cuts it outside, and then he's taken down near the 20, might be right at the 20. Be a new set of downs for the Bombers. About 8 there. So first down and 10 inside the Roddy Motors red zone here. Roddy Motors. And now a handoff off the right side of the line. Breaks off one, and then he has swarmed a bunch of Tigers there that time, but making the official stop was Samuel Dick on the play for Rush City. And again, a gain of 1.
They're like a pack of angry honeybees out there.
Yeah. Roddy Motors in Mora is a veteran-owned business. Joe Rademacher is a United States Marine. When you need a pre-owned vehicle, Joe will get you squared away. We're in the first quarter of play here. Cannon Falls using that power T formation and that offense to march downfield. Of course, they did get a good return. They will run the counter play off the left side of the line this time. About a gain of 3. It's August Wagner with the gain of 3, and second down and 5 now for the Bombers.
The 16-yard line be third down 5.
Bombers will get a switch here on the, looks like the backfield maybe. Preston Schoenfelder will check in. Myers has the play call from the sideline. He'll run it into the huddle. And here we go, third down 5. Myers under center. And they cross again, and that will be another penalty. That'll be, depending on the spot, a free first down. So the second time Cannon Falls gets the Bombers to jump, and this time it could be a first down. This will depend on the spot of the ball, though. It is going to be just a half-yard short, so it will still be third down here, Mac. So for Rush City, they kind of catch a break, even though they did get the penalty.
Yeah, and a good thing at that, because that first down would have meant first and goal nearly.
Bombers under center. Myers in the power T. He'll get it, hand it off right up the middle, and it is to Schoenfelder, and he takes it inside the 5 to about the 3. Gain of about 8 there. So first down and goal from the 3. And the Bombers are marching. Again, they got a really good starting field position after the kick. They have just methodically marched down the field. I think that's 8 minutes on the scoreboard, 8:50. They'll give it off the left side line and take it to the outside, and it is going to be a 3-yard rushing touchdown that time for Tyson Lind, number 26.
Really used the space that he was given to his advantage on that run.
He did, and he had good blocking at the line of scrimmage, and as he took it outside, he got even better blocking from his what would technically be lined up as more or less a tight end spot. So it's 6-0. Cannon Falls is on the board first, but you know, both these teams are going to be feeling each other out as we go forward. Obviously, they haven't played each other during the regular season, as the Bombers will line up to go for 2. We'll see if the Tigers can't make a stop here on the 2-point conversion. They'll give it, fake the give right back to the man, and then the toss in the end zone is dropped. It is dropped. The intended receiver that time, Jack Shapersky, and it is incomplete, so that will be no good on the 2-point, and it will be a 6-0 game. So that drive goes about 50 yards, and they get the touchdown, no extra point. And that is 6-0 now, Bombers, and we'll try and get the time, I think, about 6 minutes. So the Bombers take about 6 minutes off that clock. The sun is right on the scoreboard here today, Mac. Make it a little difficult to see, but we'll manage. We'll manage.
Yeah, I'm having to lean quite a ways just to get the time.
But we've got it. As the Tigers will bring their offense out and try and march down the field and get a score themselves. As the Bombers will get ready to boot this one away on a Kettle River Pizza kickoff. For those of you tuning in to 95.5 FM, KBK, Andy Beckstrom up in Isle for the Mille Lacs Bram semifinal game. And here's the boot. This one is going to go towards the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll be the kickoff out of bounds penalty, and we'll give the Tigers good starting field position.
Great starting field position there. Let's hope that this offense that we had talked about can come out and really show what they're all about this afternoon.
So the Tigers will bring their offense out. And a discussion with the head coach, Lakeberg, as to where they want the ball.
Illegal formation was called against the kick out of bounds penalty.
It is 8-0 there up in Isle. Mille Lacs with the lead over Bram. Well, it's a 5-yard penalty, I guess. It'll be spotted at the 41, though, for the Tigers. And Matthew Kempf in the gun. 2 receivers left. Running back to his left as well. Kempf, he'll take the snap. He'll give it off to the running back. Off the right side of the line. Not much doing. Maybe a yard that time for the running back, number 16, Logan Kirby. Maybe a yard, if anything, on that one for the Tigers. But again here, Matt, good starting field position for Rush City.
Great starting field position. They just got to be able to use that to their advantage here.
As we will see Wood, one of the receivers, out wide to the left. They'll fake the give to Kirby. Kempf will roll out. He wants a man deep. He's got a man. That is right in the bucket, but it is knocked away. The intended receiver there was Jamison Wood. That was a really good pass. I didn't think that one almost had a chance, but man, Kempf laid it in there beautifully, and unfortunately, more or less double coverage on Wood deep downfield as the defender did a good job to knock that one away.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line as well, giving him plenty of time in the pocket there.
And now we get whistles.
A little bit of on-field confusion here.
Not real sure what the discussion was there, but we're back to action. 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. We'll have 2 receivers left. Running back to the left of Kempf as well. They'll fake the give. It'll be a pop pass here to the tight end. He's got it up past the 50 to the 45, near the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 19, we'll call it, there for William Volk Jr.
Really great play there. Coming out quick off that fake and seeing the man downfield immediately, getting it there quick.
That was a great pass. You mentioned it. Just a quick little pop pass there to the tight end, Volk Jr. And now they'll line up 2 running backs in the gun with Kempf, 1 on each side of him. They got a receiver out left. They'll give it up. No, it'll be a pass here, and it comes up short of Wood. Incomplete there. They tried to kind of just leak him out there. Unfortunately, just a little short by Kempf on that one.
Still another really great play, though.
I like the play call. Yeah, you get a little confusion at the line. You get them bunched at the line. You got to make them decide who to go after. And, unfortunately, if that one was more or less on the numbers for Wood, we might be talking about him in the end zone. But instead, it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line of Cannon Falls. Kempf in the gun. Receiver to his left. Also 1 out wide to his left. They'll fake the give here. Then they'll do a little flip forward to the fullback or tight end, 44, Tyler Munson. Doesn't get a ton, maybe about 3. See, 3rd and 7 now.
3rd down 7.
For the Tigers inside the Cannon Falls 40-yard line. They'll have 1 receiver out wide on each side of the formation. Logan Kirby, the back to the left of Kempf. They've got a tight end on the right side. Kempf will take the snap. He'll fake the give to Kirby. He's got a man, and it is caught on the left side of the field up to the 24-yard line. That is a gain of about 13, 14 yards by Lucas Diedrich. And what a nice play there for Rush City.
Really great route ran there. He was quick to get out there and get in position early so he could get the pass as soon as he could.
Really good pass, too. And, that looks like a relationship that has been built for many years between Kempf and Diedrich, and that was a really, really good throw. You can see they kind of want to work these more quicker throws as Kempf fakes it one way. He'll give it out wide right here to Wood. Wood up the field out to the sideline, and he is ripped out of bounds, but he's going to have a 1st down at the 11. A gain of 13 for Jamison Wood. And that'll put them inside the Roddy Motors red zone. Roddy Motors, Joe Rodmacher has a couple of varsity football players and a varsity swimmer himself. So when you need a vehicle to cart your team to practices, camps, and games, stop by Roddy Motors and more to find what you're looking for. Here we go. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Tigers now with 1st down and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. The lineup with 2 receivers right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Kempf, he'll take the snap. He'll give it up the middle. He's got some room to run up the middle. Rolls over 1 defender, and he'll be stopped just short of the goal line. Logan Kirby with the run. It might have gained 9.5, maybe. Yeah, we'll give him 9 for sure. Down to the 2. Down to the 2, and the Tigers are threatening to score and get themselves on the board and try and tie this one up. Looks like we will get either an extra or a new lineman in for the Tigers. A little bit of confusion there as he'll line up now. We'll have 2 receivers right, 2 running backs in the backfield. It'll be Munson and Kirby. Kempf takes the snap, gives it to Kirby. Nothing doing on that one. He gets stuffed at the line.
I think they're going to have to get a little more creative than that.
Yeah, I think Cannon Falls saw that one coming. In fact, he's even going to maybe lose 1.5 yards. So now we'll see what the Tigers want. Now they can technically get a 1st down without a touchdown. But I think at this point of the field, you're going to be using these next 2 downs to get into the end zone no matter what. So now under 4 to go in this first half. Probably closer to 3 as they will send a receiver out wide left. And I mean wide. That's Caden Skogman. Kempf, 2 running backs, 1 on each side of him. He takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Uses Wood as his blocker, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Matthew Kempf, the QB keeper, and he ran right behind Jamison Wood as his lead blocker and punched it into the end zone. So the Tigers will tie it up at 6 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in this Section 4AA semifinal matchup. 2 minutes, 1.5, 2 minutes 10, 30, 2 minutes 30.
2:35.
2:35. There we go. We got it figured out. Looks like the Tigers will line up to go for 2. They've got 2 receivers out, 3 receivers to the right. Kempf is going to roll out. He's going to lob it to the corner of the end zone. He's got a man. Is that not a flag? It is. They've got the flag in the end zone. That pass was intended there for Lucas Diedrich in the corner of the end zone, and the defender got a little too far into him, forced him to fall, and that will be a PI call. And the Tigers will get a second chance at it.
Be half the distance to the goal and a retry.
So a retry on the 2-point conversion for Rush City. So now they will have receiver out wide to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Kempf takes the snap, gives it up to Wood. Wood, nowhere to go. So no good on the 2-point conversion, but the Tigers do go the length of the field, tie the game at 6 before the end of the first quarter, and the Tigers offense, they got on a roll quickly there. Obviously there were a few things that were like, but those can only get better as the game goes along here, Mac.
For sure. Cannon Falls came out with an explosive first drive there to score early on. But then Rush is able to come out and give their own answer to that. I think they came out almost more commanding in that drive.
Yeah, it did look good for both sides. Obviously, hoping more for Rush City to do well. But, these two teams going to be going at it here. And, yeah, the Tigers, they have shown they can move the ball quickly here in this first quarter. And what I liked about that drive was they mixed the run and pass, but you seen how quickly the passes were. Other than the first pass that they tried to go deep with, other than that, it was quick. It was maybe a second and a half, the ball was gone. And I think if you're Rush City, you're pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, it's hard to defend those quick passes like that.
It certainly is. As now they will have their kicker in. That's Elijah Umbright. He's in and set to boot this one away on a Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Umbright with the boot. This one's going to be a little bit deeper than the previous one. It lands in about a spot of 3 Bombers, picked up at the 20. He'll cut it outside of the 25 to about the 30, and that is where he is wrapped up and pushed out of bounds. Moorhead will take it on a return of about 12, 13 yards there for him. Decent return, but now if you're Rush City, you've set them up much worse position than they were in that first drive. So now I think if you're Rush City, you maybe come out and try and maybe attack a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely a chance to be more aggressive on the defensive side, but you also don't want to overplay. You want to keep them in this bad position and hopefully get a good turnover at some point.
That is a tough thing with defenses. You want to play, you want to get in the backfield quick, but you don't want to over-pursue, and I think that's what coaches talk about a lot, especially when a team like this is running the power T. So Myers under center, and he'll hand it off right up the middle. A short gain turns into a little bit more of a chunkier gain, up to about the 36-yard line there for Schoenfelder.
Schoenfelder, the ball carrier.
Gain of about 5.
36-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5, and for the Bombers, they're averaging about 4 or 5 yards per carry. And they showed on the 2-point, they're not afraid to come out of that power team, throw the ball. So not only do you got to worry about, hey, who's got the ball, where are we supposed to go, you also got to worry about the pass.
Very true there.
Myers under center. He'll keep it himself off the left side of the line, and nice job there. Making the stop was Tyler Munson on the stop. Maybe a loss of 1 for Grady Myers. 3rd down and 6, and now all of a sudden, the Tigers have set themselves up in a spot here to make a 4th down.
Make a 4th down, get the turnover, or force the punt.
Obviously, we won't see probably any different formations here for Cannon Falls tonight, but power T, Grady Myers under center. Tried to get the hard count again. This time the Tigers, they're ready for it. They will hand it off up the middle this time. Nothing doing on the carry. A great stop there for the Tigers. And on the carry that time was Timothy Kyra. He picked up about 3, but that's it.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 4th down and 3 for the Bombers.
About a minute and a half left here.
Now it's decision time for the Bombers. What do they do here? Looks like they might come out and go for it on 4th and about 3 yards. Interesting, but if you don't get it, man, that sets up Rush City in great field position.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice, but maybe it's a choice they need to win this game.
I think they're going to go hard count here if I'm a betting man. They've got Rush City to jump twice. They're going to go quick snap, and they've got enough. And then some as the ball carrier, Wagner, has some room to run, spins off of one tackle, finally dragged down at the Tiger 36-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
What did I say?
24 yards on that one for August Wagner. And, yeah, that was wound up being a good decision for Cannon Falls and might prove to be something that will lead to them scoring.
It'll pay off in the long run for sure.
As now the Bombers have it, new set of downs at the Tigers' 36-yard line. They'll go with the counter catch play here to Jack Myers off the right side of the line, up past the 30 to the 27-yard line. Gain of 9. And now after that, fourth down, we see 2 plays in a row where they get chunk plays of 24 and 9.
10 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter.
So that might be close to the last play. We'll see if Cannon Falls can't get this snap off in time. We'll see. With the way it's going, maybe not. Nope, they will not.
That will end the first quarter.
So that will be it for quarter number 1 here in Rush City, Minnesota. The Tigers and Bombers are tied at 6 apiece, but the Bombers go for it on 4th and get a big first down. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to High School Playoff Football on WCMP.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP, the Tigers of Rush City and the Bombers of Cannon Falls going at it here. And we'll switch sides of the fields. Cannon Falls going left to right now on your radio dial. Tigers will go right to left. So a ball spotted at about the 27-yard line. Grady Myers under center, second down and about 2. Myers will take the snap. He'll hand it up the middle, and a new set of downs. Tim Kyra on the carry.
Kyra, the ball carrier, takes it to the 22-yard line.
Gain of 6 there for Kyra.
For the Bombers.
And a new set of downs just outside the Roddy Motors red zone. Ball spotted about the 23, 22-yard line. Cannon Falls again going on more of a methodical drive here, Mac. And sometimes it can be tough because the defense winds up being out there for a while.
Yeah.
Myers will give it off the right side of the line here to Tyson Lind. He's got some room, trying to use that speed to get upfield. Tries to cut back, but he's swarmed on. But I think he's going to have enough for a new set of downs to the 10. A gain of 12 there for Tyson Lind.
The ball carrier.
And I...
10-yard line.
Well,
Bombers first down.
It might just be outside the 10. Nope, they will. Okay, they will put the chains down. So it will be first and goal from the 10-yard line inside the Roddy Motors red zone once again. The Bombers seem like once they get into the opposing team's territory, they start to pull off some bigger runs as they'll run the counter again here with Augustus Wagner, and he is going to get into the end zone from 10 yards out.
Wagner in for the touchdown.
Good touchdown there. I was going to say this would be big for Tigers to get a stop here.
That would have been much needed, but unfortunately they won't have the opportunity to because Wagner, with one carry, punches it in from 10 yards out, and that makes it 12-6. Now, obviously, Cannon Falls has shown before they're going to be going for 2, so they'll obviously go for 2 here. Now, it's not that they don't have a kicker. It's just how they play their offense. So they will go for 2. Now, if they do, it will be an 8-point lead, excuse me. But can the Tigers get a stop? Last time they passed, let's see what they do here. Myers will just give it off to the young man who got it in anyways. Wagner will get in for 2.
Yeah, he looked difficult to stop on that play.
Yeah, He really did, and unfortunately he did have the 24-yard carry on 4th down to get them the new set of downs. So now it's 14-6, and not much time off the clock here in the second quarter. Got 11 minutes, only 1 minute taken off, so pretty quick after the change of quarter there for Cannon Falls. As the Tigers will get ready now to get the kick return going. Last time they didn't get a return. The kickoff went out of bounds, so they took the ball at the 41. They went 59 yards and scored themselves, but now they'll have a little bit taller of a task here. Not only will they have to try and score, they'll also have to try and get the 2-point conversion, and that is not a gimme, ladies and gentlemen. That is tough to get, and it can be tougher even than to get a touchdown because you only got one try on the 2-point conversion.
This is one of those options where you think, do they just go kick the extra point and then hopefully get a stop on defense and try and take it back to get a bigger lead?
That is a good point, too, because they'd only be down by 1.
Yep.
So we'll see what they try and do here. So the Bombers, Schoenfelder will look to boot it away. It's going to be a one that rolls on the ground, and the Tigers, oh, my goodness, that is one that the coaches are going to be holding their breath on, but luckily they do fall on top of it, and if you're the Tigers there, you got to jump on that a little bit sooner. That was a little too close for comfort, but they will get it at their own 31-yard line. So the Tigers take over their second possession of the game. Wood will go in motion now, be on the right side of the field. One receiver left. Running back to the left of Kempf is Kirby. Kempf in the gun, takes the snap. He'll look to his right, now look to his left. He's got a man deep, and it is, just incomplete. Intended for Kagan Skugman, excuse me.
Second down 10, Tigers.
So Skugman, the intended receiver, that is incomplete. Man, that was a good ball from Kempf off his back foot, but Skugman, I don't know if Skugman even seen it because it looked like that was actually close enough for him to just kind of angle his route a little bit to be able to make the catch, but I don't think he saw it.
No, it looked like he turned a little too late. If he would have just rotated his upper body, it would have been right in there.
So second down and 10. One receiver left, one right. Two running backs in the backfield with Kempf. Kempf will take the snap. He'll give it off to Kirby off the right side of the line. Oh, man, that play's going to be blown dead, and that's unfortunate because Kirby might have been off to the races.
He had room. What's the call going to be?
I'm guessing this will be false start or offside, maybe illegal. I don't know. Oh, we're going to get it on Cannon Falls.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
So second down and 5 after the encroachment call. So that'll help the Tigers a little bit here.
Yeah.
So the encroachment penalty and, well, maybe.
Refs are coming together.
Hold the phone. Now we're going to have a conversation.
Did you see anything on that play?
I really didn't. I'm not going to lie. I was looking down at my stat sheet trying to figure names out. So I didn't see anything. I seen the ball carrier heading out to his right, and then a whistle was being blown. So I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
Was this an inadvertent flag? I don't know. We'll have to wait and. Well, the encroachment then would take away the illegal formation because that would stop the. Interesting. Interesting.
So penalties are going to cancel out here. They're going to replay second down. 10 for the first.
That's interesting. Not real sure about that one, but it'll be second down nonetheless. So receiver out left, one right, two running backs with Kempf in the backfield in the gun. Kempf will take the snap. He'll fake the give to Kirby. He is wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Well, the defensive end got there first, and then he had nowhere to go. A loss of about 4 for Kempf.
Really great job keeping the ball there.
Yeah.
That defender had a full hand on the ball, and Kempf managed to keep it tucked and hold on to it and almost get away before 2 more came in.
Yeah, that was tough. There was really nothing he could do with that one. But like you mentioned, just a good job to even hold on to the ball there. But that's going to make it 3rd and long. And now all of a sudden into a little bit of a tough spot because, Cannon Falls can go down the field methodically and take a lot of time off the clock and possibly score again.
Yeah.
2 receivers out wide right for the Tigers. Kempf in the gun, running back to his right. And it will be... Now, who will this be on?
Well, the defensive line jumped, but they had a receiver.
I thought the defensive line went first and then the receiver.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's what I thought, anyways. We'll see. Well, Tigers are moving back. I don't know about that one.
Interesting. Well, false start called on the offense.
Because I thought the defensive line had moved first, then the receiver. But maybe I saw wrong. Well, 3rd and forever. Two receivers right. Tight end on the right side as well. Lone running back in the gun with Kempf. Kempf will roll out to his right. We know he's got an arm. He's going to have to chuck it deep. He does. He got a man one-on-one, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Lucas Diedrich. Well, in front of him. It's incomplete, and that'll be 4th down and long, and now they are forced to punt.
And at this position, they're going to need a good one.
Yeah, they will. Otherwise, Cannon Falls is going to have good starting field position. So the Tigers will have 4th down and long.
Just about 9 minutes left here.
A good chunk of time left, but we'll have to see. Logan Kirby is lining up to punt. We can't show you, but there are a ton of fans here that are lining the fence because the stands are full. It's a good punt, getting it past 50, roll to the 45, roll out to 40. That'll be taken in, and oh my goodness, Wood missed a tackle. Another tackle missed, but Tyler Munson with the good wrap up there. Yeah, we've seen Tyler Munson. He's a pretty darn good tackler. He makes the stop. The return there that time by Jack Myers to the 46-yard line. And that's where they'll start. This is not the only football game you'll hear today on WCMP. No, later this evening at 6 p.m. we'll have North Branch hosting Grand Rapids at 6 p.m. Then over on KBK, Bram Mille Lacs won't be the only game there. No, we'll have Annandale and Malacca going at it. Coming up here later tonight. But here in this one, Tigers trail the Cannon Falls Bombers 14-6. Again, power T formation for the Bombers. Grady Myers will hand it off to Jack Myers off the right side of the line. Got some room to run. Spins off one tackle before he is wrapped up and taken down. The tackle there made by Lucas Diedrich. About 2nd down and 5 after that 5-yard gain.
Like you had said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of formation change for Cannon Falls here tonight.
Nope. So a medium gain there for the Bombers, and they'll have it on the Tiger side of the 50. Grady Myers under center. He'll hand it up the middle here. That is to Schoenfelder, and Schoenfelder will take it to the 45. A gain of about 4, and it'll be 3rd down and a long 1. And one thing that we've noticed here with Cannon Falls is they're able to rotate a couple of running backs back there. They've got a couple of bigger backs, and they've got a couple of more what would you consider smaller, speedier, shiftier backs. But they're able to rotate them pretty often.
And
looks like.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, but it looks like the heavier package out there. Grady Myers tries to get them to jump. They do not. The Tigers do a good job watching them all this time. Myers will get it under center off the right side of the line. Wagner. Wagner has plenty, and then some for the 1st down. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards for Wagner. And Wagner last drive, well, he was the guy. 24-yard carry on 4th down, and then 10-yard carry to get them into the end zone. New set of downs here just outside the Tiger 40-yard line. Grady Myers under center. Takes the snap. He'll give it up the middle here to Kyra. And he has got nowhere to go.
Kyra, the ball carrier. And 2 on the play.
And he will pick up 2, but then was stopped immediately on that one.
Just under 7 minutes here.
So, you know, the Tigers, they desperately need a stop here. You don't want the Bombers to score again, but I think we're seeing this offensive line for the Bombers right now. They're getting really good push on that initial snap.
Yeah, it's hard to stop.
Myers will go back under center. You heard it, power T formation. They'll give it off the right side of the line now to Lind. Lind got some room to run, broke off of 1 tackle, and then thankfully wrapped up there by Logan Kirby, but he's got a new set of downs to the 29. Gain of about 9 for Lind, and right inside the 30-yard line of Rush City. And Bombers make their way to the line of scrimmage. Mac, what formation?
Power T.
Power T, they'll give it off the right side to Lind. Lind has got some room out there. He's got a good block, and then he is knocked out of bounds. He got a good chunk. Gain of about 7.
At the 23-yard line.
I think there's just too many options to run out of that power T.
Yeah, there are a lot of options here for Cannon Falls, and again, we mentioned before, it can rotate a lot of backs there, and you just really never know what you're going to get. But Cannon Falls doing a good job of getting out in front of these plays that go outside, and Rush City just unable to get off blocks early enough in the run. And this give to Kyra. Kyra up the middle. He's got plenty for a first down and then some, up past the 20 to about the 17. Gain of 4 for Kyra and a new set of downs for the Bombers. And like we mentioned before, the Bombers, they get into enemy territory and seem like their offense gets better.
Yeah, it's strange. It's almost like they like the pressure.
So now we get a timeout called here by the Tigers. That'll be their first of the half. They'll be left with 2. We are in the second quarter of play. I'll change that on my board here. So second quarter of play.
About 5.5 minutes here.
And we will take a quick commercial break. Be back. Or will we? You know what? We'll keep it here just in case. 14-6 Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The Bombers are once again inside that Roddy Motors red zone. Roddy Motors, when you need a pre-owned quality vehicle, look no further than Roddy Motors in Mora. Shop online at roddymotors.com. With this timeout, to give us time to tell you that we have our Big Buck contest. It is back. We want a picture of your Big Buck. Send us your picture to WCMPradio.com, and Rock Crusher Outdoors is giving away a very nice firearm to the winner. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. Again, send us your picture of your Big Buck to WCMPradio.com. Submit your photos there. So the timeout is over. Coach talk with both teams here, and Cannon Falls, Power T has been kind of getting what they want here on this drive. Again, they're not going to really do anything real quick offensively, but they just methodically march down the field and kind of wear out the defense. Grady Myers back under center. Ball inside the 20 for this snap. Myers will hand it off the left side of the line to August Wagner. This time, not a lot doing, up to the 15. Gain of maybe 2.
I wonder if something was said in that timeout that's finally going to be able to help the Tigers stop this power T formation.
I think so. I think it's a playoff game, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot of hype around it, but again, you just never know what you're going to get with the other team, so it's a feeling out process. But, at this point, I think the Tigers just need a little bit of extra motivation right now and just, hey, got to get off blocks. I think that's one of the biggest things is they just haven't been able to get off blocks yet, but if they can, man, this defense will start to get plays. There we go. They got off one. They make him cut back, and there's nothing there. Great job by that defense setting the edge. In on the stop was Lucas Diedrich as well as Tyler Munson.
Gain of about a half, it looks like.
Yeah, maybe 1.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So it'll be third down and medium.
Third down and 7.
And what a play there by the Tigers. We had talked about getting off blocks. You watch it right on the right side of the line, that tight end trying to make a block, but the defender who is out there, Kyle Hegrud, he got out there and got off the block, forced that running back to cut it back inside, and there was the defense. And that, I think, maybe was what the coaches had talked about as well. This time they'll give it up the middle here to Schoenfelder, and Schoenfelder maybe pick up a couple. Won't get enough for a first.
4th down and 5.
Another gain of 2 there, and here we go. Now the Tigers need this stop.
Yeah, this would be a huge stop here. I mean, they'd be inside their own red zone, but if they're able to get this stop, I think they could turn it around.
I think they could, too. 3:45 left to go here. We're helping each other out. We've got this. 3:45 to go. Power 2 formation. Here we go. Tigers need a stop. Myers under center. Tried to go with the hard count again. The Tigers, after that first drive, they know it's coming. So Myers again tries the hard count. Won't get it here. We'll get a timeout called by Cannon Falls.
Great job by the Tigers defense to not jump at either of those.
Yeah, they tried 2 sets of hard counts there. They did the one and then came back out from under center, and they tried it again real quickly, but the Tigers were not fooled. That'll be the first time out there by Cannon Falls. They'll be left with 2. Now we'll see what the Bombers try to do here on this 4th down. 4th and about 4, 5. It'll be interesting here to see what the Tigers are able to do. Again, that last play to set that up was a nice job there by the defense out on the edge, getting off a block, setting the edge, forcing that running back to cut it back inside, then only a short 2-yard gain on the next play forces this 4th down play that we get right now. Tigers fans starting to get loud out there, trying to encourage their defense.
There are a lot.
Power T formation. Grady Myers up under center. 4th and about 4.5. Myers takes the snap. He'll give it off the left side of the line here to Wagner. Wagner's got some room to run. He's got the first down. And it'll be stopped right at the 1. Gain of 10. A letdown there.
They did so well before that.
They did, but I mean, Wagner has kind of been the guy they go to in those type of spots, and I'm not going to say that that's what you got to expect, because you don't want to ever expect anything, because well, that leads to bad plays. But on that one, it almost felt like you kind of knew who it was going to go to, but just unable to make the stop there. A good push from their O-line once again. Power T for the Bombers. Myers, Wagner, Schoenfelder out there. They'll give it off this time to Jack Myers, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, 1-yard touchdown.
Myers takes it into the end zone for a Bombers touchdown.
So with that, it makes it 20-6. And the Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard now at as of right now by 14. But we know Bombers like to go for 2, and they could make it as much as 16.
Yes, and that's going to need an answer from the Tigers after that.
So the Bombers will come out, same formation. What will they try to do here to get this 2? Again, we've seen the one pass play to try and get the 2-point conversion. They'll just run it up with Wagner, and he's got it. So 22-6 is the score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 2:38 left in this first half. Tigers will have to march down the field quickly to get into the end zone. But good news is they can go 1 for 1. They can get down the field, score with little to no time left. Then they can get the ball back after the second half and go down and score again and possibly tie it up. So there's a chance here for them to go down and get 1 for 1 right at the end of the half and then at the beginning of the half. But they'll definitely need their offense to get something going here on this drive, and they'll have to get it going early. As again, we mentioned, just over 2.5 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in half number 1. Ethan Game Day Gilman joined by Mac Nelson here for this Section 4A semifinal matchup between your Rush City Tigers and the Cannon Falls Bombers on Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350 at WCMP Radio with audio only on our website. But Again, still a beautiful day outside, Mac. Just a great day for some football. It's rare that we get into this part of October and we have this nice of weather.
Yeah, we're not freezing outside here. So it's beautiful outside.
As here's the boot on the Kettle River Pizza kickoff, and it'll be bobbled and quickly taken in.
Kickoff.
Was bobbled just for a moment, but then reeled in.
Number 40, Braden Neeson.
Braden Neeson will
At the
get the ball.
34-yard line.
22-6. The Tigers do have a chance here to go 1 of 1. Get the touchdown at the end of the half here. Get the ball to start the second half, and then get another touchdown, possibly tie the game. But again, they got to get their offense going here this drive. So here comes the Tigers offense. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Running back to the right of Kempf in the gun. Kempf will take the snap. He'll look to his right. He'll throw to his left instead. Jamison Wood can't quite make the catch. Out of an at the 50. Oh, it would have been a good 15-yard catch. But let's give credit to the defender there. He made that hit as soon as he needed to.
Yes, that was perfectly timed. The ball hit the receiver's hand, and the defender was there and just caused him to bobble it on his way down.
Would have liked to have seen him hold on to that one, though, because that would have been a big play to start the drive, but just unable to hold on to it, and the Tigers will get set. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the right side as well. Running back to the left of Kempf in the gun. Kempf will take the snap. He'll look to his right again. He'll go to his left. This time it is caught, and he's near the 50, cuts it back. He'll be stopped right at the 50, and that is caught by Lucas Diedrich up to the 50, a gain of 15. Nearly the same play they ran last play. This time a different receiver on this side, and he gets the first down.
Worked out well for him. Went with a different option, and it was a good find by the quarterback there. They're coming quick out of that huddle. They only have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this quarter, or this half, actually.
Yeah, both.
Technically.
Receiver left, tight end right. 2 running backs in the backfield. Kempf will take the snap, and he'll give it up off the right side of the line here to Logan Kirby. Logan Kirby's got a convoy in front of him, dragging a defender past the 30 to about the 37-yard line. 13 yards for Logan Kirby. And that's what the Tigers were missing on their first 2 drives.
Yeah, he came off that handoff. He had his blocker held on by the jersey, just using him as a shield almost.
He really did. Tigers will have a receiver out left, 1 right, running back to the right, or excuse me, left of Kempf, tight end on the right as well. He'll take the snap. Kempf will throw to his left. This ball nearly intercepted. Kempf badly missed his receiver there. Luckily, it falls incomplete. But that was nearly disaster.
That would have been a harsh halt to this whole thing that they've been working on.
Yeah, it would have, and it would have gave the ball back to Cannon Falls, and then we would have seen what they would have done with that little time left. So, nice job there, though, by the receiver, turning into the defender to force the defender to drop the ball. Receiver out left here for the Tigers, tight end right. 2 running backs in the backfield with Kempf. Kempf in the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll fake it to Kirby. He'll toss it out. Oh, he tried the no-look toss back to Jamison Wood, and Wood's going backwards. Back to the 44. Loss of about 7. And Kempf tried to be a little bit too fancy there.
Yeah, and it punished them for sure. They lost quite a bit there. 3rd down.
Third down and
long.
Yeah, and that's the worst part about it is now it's 3rd and long, and Tigers will take their second timeout. They'll be left with 1. And yeah, that's the toughest part about it is you're only left, or you're down to 3rd down and long. Now, obviously here they'll probably have 2 plays. Get at least half or a good chunk of it back here, then go for it on 4th, depending on the time that they'll have left. Minute 24. So I don't know. You 4th down, you go for it and leave Cannon Falls that much time if you don't get it, or you play field position. We'll have to wait and see.
I think with how Cannon Falls is playing their offense, leaving them with that much time, they're going to be very methodical with it. And if they're not, you never know. They might slip up and cause something wrong. But you got to remember, Tigers are going to be coming into the second half with the ball.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's just a matter of being aggressive and going for it.
I think you're right. I think they have to here because they're getting the ball to start the second half. Kempf will take the snap, and he's got, oh my goodness, absolutely everyone coming at him, and it's going to be intercepted. Lobbed that one up way too much for his intended receiver, Diedrich, on the left sideline. Now, to be fair, he didn't have any time to throw that ball.
No.
The defender, Devin Snow, got in there untouched, really, and forced him to throw that one up. But Kempf, off his back foot, just couldn't put enough on that one, had too much air underneath, and it was an easy interception for the defender, Jack Myers, who was also their running back.
Yeah. With what we know about their quarterback, it was almost like you could see the pass play coming at this point.
So now, Cannon Falls will have it.
With 1:18 left here.
So they'll have time, and that's going to hurt a lot because it's the same man who just picked it off. He goes from the 19 to the 40. Gain of 21 for Jack Myers. And they're going to go quick, and, well, we now know that they will pass, and they got a man wide open. One-handed grab. That's Jack Myers again. From their own side of the 40.
Takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
32 yards to Jack Myers.
1:01 left here.
Wow. A 32.
They had a guy behind the plate. 12 men on the field. They had a 12th guy on the field. Hey, Tyler, they had a 12th guy on the field.
Delay game against the offense. A 5-yard penalty.
Delay of game called on the offense here. It's going to be a
Interesting.
5-yard penalty.
Well, we're going to get a delay game here on Cannon Falls.
15 now for the Bombers.
Oh, interesting.
1st and 15 now.
Well, we have seen that they can move the ball quickly for Cannon Falls. Bombers will call a timeout here. So timeout called by the Bombers. And you know what? We'll take a quick one as well here on WCMP.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Back out of the timeout, the Tigers and Bombers back out onto the fields. 1st and 15 after a strange call, but we'll stick with it. I mean, it helps the Tigers, so
yeah,
suppose we should be okay with that. Here we go, power T formation. They do throw out of it. They just picked up a 32-yard catch off of it. They'll run the counter play again. It's Jack Myers. They're trying to just feed Myers here. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Call it 5.
Second down, 10.
2nd and 10. We're under a minute to go now here in this first half. They'll give it this time to Wagner, and Wagner good chunk there on 2nd down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of about 6 yards.
Third down
and now it's 3rd and 4, and we'll get a timeout by Cannon Falls. It'll be their last. So that'll be it timeout-wise for Cannon Falls. They have gone a couple plays and into Tiger territory. Now the Tigers need a big stop here.
They very much do.
Now it's a matter of, well, not even scoring for them before the half. It's a matter of just halting the Bombers from scoring before the second half. As we've mentioned before, Tigers do get the ball to start half number 2, but they need to make a stop here so that they're only down by 16 going into the half.
Yeah, they don't want to let Cannon Falls extend this lead even more before they head into that second half like we've been talking about.
22-6, Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll give it up the middle here. And that is Schoenfelder on the carry. And
Schoenfelder on the carry. Takes it to the
apparently it's a first down.
for the Bombers.
I guess. Chains weren't quite set. Yeah. Now we're going to have a discussion here between the referee.
Officials
I didn't think the chains were set. So they want to... So 28 seconds. And the clock will start. First down for the Bombers. They'll fake it. They'll roll out to the right. They're looking to the end zone, and this is nearly intercepted. Diedrich was there, nearly had the pick. It is incomplete this time for Myers.
18 seconds left.
18 seconds to go here in the first half. And Tigers, at this point, just keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Second down and 10. They're not afraid to pass out of the power tee.
No, they're not. And they got a lot of options, like you mentioned. Plus, they can rotate those backs. It's a lot to try and keep up with for any defense, as Myers will go under center. Grady Myers, he'll take the snap, and they'll fake the give. They'll try and pass it into the end zone. It's over the head of Jack Myers. Incomplete again. Good defense there by the defender, Logan Kirby. Logan Kirby did a really good job there, just sticking right on the back of the defender, and he was ready to try and leap to make the grab, the interception, but it wound up being over the head of Myers. So, but still good coverage.
Great coverage there. Great job not allowing him to catch that pass, and that one might have been a score if he had.
So third down and 10 for the Bombers.
14 seconds left.
So this will be only a couple plays left as they will run it. Trying to go to the outside, trying to set the edge are the Tigers, and pushing the running back out of bounds is Diedrich. He won't get much, maybe a gain of 3.
Led the ball carrier, pushed out of bounds by Diedrich.
Now fourth down with 7 seconds left.
7 seconds, fourth down and 7-8 yards to go. So this could be the last play of the half. I think if you're the Tigers, if you stop them here, you still take it as a little bit of a win.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, here we go. Bombers will come out with the play call. Myers in that play call into his huddle. They'll break. Both sides of the field up and cheering for their team. Fourth down, 7 seconds to go here in the first half. Myers will take the snap. They're going to try and pass. They've got a man in the end zone, knocked away nicely by Lucas Diedrich. And that will leave us with 2.4 seconds to go as the ball will be turned back to the Tigers, but they'll probably either just take a knee or run one play, and that will be it.
They could go for a long ball here.
Let's see if they'll try. Hook and ladder, old Moss play there, maybe. We'll see. So first down and 10 for the Tigers. They'll be starting just past their own 10-yard line. The Tigers have been able to get some chunk plays this year, some long balls, some deep throws that have gone for scores. They'll definitely try. We'll see what they do here. We don't want to.
I'm curious.
I am too. I'm curious to see if they'll try to go deep, if they'll just take the knee, if they'll run the ball, what they'll do here.
Because they do get it back after halftime.
And that is the thing, too. But they are going to be begging their defense for a stop once it begins. So here we go. One play, and we'll be headed to half. 4 receiver set. 3 on the right side, 1 on the left. In fact, they'll have 2 on the left, excuse me. Kempf all alone in the backfield. He takes the snap. He's trying to roll. He's going to chuck it deep. We've got a flag. This is into the sun, intercepted. We do have a flag on the right side of the field, back towards the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this is called, because this will either give the Tigers one more play. Legal man downfield, won't matter.
Illegal man downfield, going to be called. That's going to send us into halftime.
Oh, and that will also keep the interception there, too. So the interception will stand, and it's halftime here at Rush City. The Tigers, these Tigers trail here at half by 16 points. And it is now our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime report. But first, a word from our fine sponsors. We'll talk when we come back about what the Tigers need to do to get the victory. We'll recap the first half as well. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here. Listen to high school playoff football on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Hey there, it's Realtors Amanda Holland
and Alicia Krieger with Realty Group.
For all things real estate related in Pine, Isanti, and surrounding counties.
Don't forget Wisconsin.
Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com. Back here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Rush City Tigers trail at the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime, 22-6. Hones Auto Body and Glass, this halftime report brought to you by them out of Mora. They'll fix you up right from minor repairs to windshields and major collisions, Hones has been serving the area for over 44 years. You can find them at HonesAuto.com. Mac, your impressions from that first half?
My impressions are that Rush City's having a tough time stopping this power T.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just so many options they can run. They have 3 different running backs they can give it to, and faking to all 3 of them and then turning it into a pass play, you never know what they're going to throw out of it. And I think that's what's giving them such a hard time on the defensive side of it to make that big stop that we're talking about that they need in order to do that.
Yeah, and then offensively for Rush City, they've had 4 drives. The first one was nice. They matched the touchdown by Cannon Falls, but then, unfortunately, they were forced to punt because they went backwards due to a penalty, then due to a loss of yards. And then their next drive, they unfortunately threw an interception because their quarterback was under a ton of pressure, and he had just tried to chuck it up. It was picked off, and Cannon Falls nearly went down the entire length of the field, but the Tigers made a stop on 4th. Got the ball back, and unfortunately that interception does stand because there was an illegal man downfield, so the Tigers will have 2 interceptions. But for the Tigers offensively, you can see they can move the ball, and they can move the ball quickly. It's just the blocking right now just isn't quite there for them.
Yeah, their offensive line isn't quite giving him enough time in the pocket anymore to make those longer passes. He drops back to look for a man, and he's got 3 defenders that are swimming a block, and they're coming for him. And that's hard to make a good pass like that. We've seen him float a couple now, which has led to the interceptions, and we can't be having that.
No, he certainly can't. And one of the things I've noticed is they're trying to roll him out a little bit, too, to try and get him some more time. But these Cannon Falls defenders are doing a really good job of getting off the blocks and then getting outside to set the edge and not allow him. They're playing some contain, the QB contain, and they're doing a really good job on that part of it. So for Rush City, they're going to have to clean that up. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but taking a look at some of our halftime stats, Tigers had 9 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown from Matthew Kempf. Then they threw the ball 11 times, completed it 3 for 47 yards and 2 interceptions, a total of 78 yards of offense there in that first half, which is drastically different for Cannon Falls. They had 34 carries, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 for 4 passing, 32 yards, a total of 246 yards of offense in that first half. If that's in the NFL, somebody's losing a job the next day. Not saying that Rush City is going to fire anyone. That's not the case. But that's a lot of yards to give up in one half. That's what I mean by that. And for the Tigers, obviously, that is something they'll look at and say, hey, I understand the power T is tough to defend. It's tough to see who the ball is getting to. There's chaos right in front of you trying to decide, hey, who's getting the ball. I think they did a really good job towards the end of the first half of setting the edge, and I had mentioned it right before they actually made a play. But they had to set the edge, and I think that is what they need to do a little bit more, because I think for Cannon Falls, I think their motivation here in the first half has been middle, outside, and then they've been breaking it. Rush City kind of noticed that a little bit. They got caught onto it, and then they all of a sudden were making the plays on the outside. But Cannon Falls, they've just been methodically moving the ball, and that's been the toughest part is it's been so methodical. Their offense hasn't had a lot of time, and we said it at the beginning. We kind of weren't sure how this was going to go. Now it looks more or less like anybody who scores, you're going to have to match it on the other side. And unfortunately, the Tigers just could not there in this first half. 4 possessions, only 1 ended in a score for the Tigers. 2 turnovers and 1 punt. On the other side for Cannon Falls, 4 possessions, 3 touchdowns out of all of them. Of course, that last one was a turnover on downs. 2 interceptions, 1 for Jack Myers, 1 for Tyson Lind for the Bombers out of Cannon Falls. Always interesting to see these smaller schools, but I love this setup here at Rush where you've got the stands aren't completely all the way through. They give you 2 different stands on the home side, but then you get to line the entirety of the fence, and we see them do that. Not only that, you get premier seating in the end zone, and you don't have to pay extra. You just got to get here in time to get that seating. I love that about these smaller towns. You'll see that a lot. One of my favorite Division II stadiums is Winona State. If you've ever seen their stadium, that is an interesting stadium. I just love how it's set up, how it's so intimate. You're so close. It's one of my favorite stadiums. And that's the way it is kind of here. You've got the fans right at the fence. So I say that because I think playing at home is it's so unique for so many different places, but especially here, I mean, the fans are right there, and you get to hear them so much better. So I think that always plays a factor into it. But if I had one critique I think the fans need to be a little bit louder when the Tigers are on defense. That's all I got to say. I'm not calling them out. I'm just saying, hey, you want to help the team, right?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, there were chairs set up before we got here.
Yeah.
And we get here pretty early for these games. So the fact that there were chairs set up in the end zone, that just shows how badly people want these end zone seats. I mean, it's, like you said, premier seating.
Yeah, it really is. But the Tigers trail here at halftime, 22-6. Got about 5 minutes before the teams will retake the field to get warmed back up. So we're going to take a commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors once again. Of course, a huge shout-out and thank you to all of our fine sponsors who not only sponsor just this broadcast, but all of our other broadcasts as well. We're at the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime report here in Rush City. Tigers and Bombers going at it in this Section 4AA semifinal matchup. Back after a word from those fine sponsors on WCMP. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
October is College Knowledge Month at Pine Technical and Community College. The whole month, PTCC will be providing a variety of events for future students to join us on campus and virtually. Stop in for a visit to learn more about scholarship opportunities, meet the admissions team, and tour campus, student housing, and the brand new Recreation Center. Everyone is welcome. Learn more at pine.edu/visit to schedule a visit. Whether you're starting out or starting over, Pine Technical and Community College.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Back here on the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime report, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Taking a look here, the Tigers trail at halftime 22-6 as the number 1 seed, but there are a lot of people in this section who thought, maybe Rush shouldn't be number 1. Rush saying, hey, wait a minute, we finished undefeated. You guys didn't. We deserve this. And I would say so, but again, it's always tough when you don't play teams from the section because you don't know what you're going to get. And I think that has been the case early on here in this one. I'd say even for Cannon Falls, after that first drive, they both were kind of like, okay, now we kind of see what we're getting with each of these teams. I think Cannon Falls – now, I think it's a little bit easier for a team who runs the ball as much as Cannon Falls does to settle in. You've got the ball in your hands a lot longer, and your defense, well – a lot of times guys play two ways. So you're on the field, you're a little bit warmer, you're settled in a little bit, you've got those nerves knocked out of you, so you're settled in a little bit more. And I think for Rush City, the reason why they're not is because they've spent so much time defensively. I don't have a time of possession meter around me, but I'd say time of possession out of those first 24 minutes, I'd venture to say 18, 19 of them are on Cannon Falls' side, and that's tough for an offense to get going at all because, again, you do have some of those players that will play defense as well as offense, so you don't have a lot of time to get warm, or you're too much on D. So it has been a little bit difficult here for Rush City because they haven't had the ball that much. They just simply haven't, and that'll be something that we'll need to see them do a lot more. Again, unfortunately, it's up to the defense to make more stops. But, again, for Rush City, taking a look here at the second half, from the first half to the second, what do you think they need to do? We'll start offensively. What is something you think they need to do offensively to not only hold on to the ball, but also to get into the end zone once again?
Yeah, I think they need to get some better, just be more confident in their blocking on the line, because you can tell that they want to run these big pass plays in order to get the ball downfield and, throw off the offense a little bit. So I think if they just get a little more confidence in their O-line, they're going to do a little bit better, keep their quarterback protected a little more, give them a little bit more time to see the field. What about you?
Yeah, I would agree. I think they need to get a little bit more balance. Of course, you couldn't be too balanced because they were trying to catch back up. But I think here, as you get the ball to begin the second half, we'll see maybe a little bit more of that balance. But, yeah, I think they're going to have to start either starting the quarterback on a roll a little bit earlier or something just to offset the pressure that Cannon Falls is getting. And I say maybe run a few more play actions. Try some play, maybe even some screens to counteract that aggressiveness that Cannon Falls is bringing on the D-line. Say, hey, okay, you want to be that aggressive? We're going to let you get to our quarterback, but our running back is going to be wide open on the screen. Let him take it. We know that they can. Defensively, they've done an okay job. They've given up 3 scores here, but they need to bring the safeties down. The safeties are back way too far, in my opinion. Now, we're not coaches, so we don't know. But I think they need to bring them up a little bit more, and obviously they just need to tackle a little bit better here. Defensively for you, what would you want to see from Rush City?
Like you were saying, I agree with you that I think they need to start breaking the blocks a little easier and are able to get out there, and they know what's coming. This is such a run-heavy team so far. They've showed the option to pass, but he doesn't seem to have that accurate of a toss on him. So the run game is their positive thing here. I mean, what are you seeing that they got to defensively change?
Yeah, I don't think too much. I think, again, just wrapping up, making better tackles, and just getting through that offensive line a little bit quicker if they can. Again, it's easier said than done, but that would be one of the big keys for me, just getting through a little bit quicker and making sure that they're wrapping up a lot better. We've seen the Cannon Falls players slip some tackles, so I think they need to wrap up a little bit better, make some better tackles, and then be the aggressor defensively. We're seeing them get pushed back off the ball. Your defensive line needs to get down, get grungy, dirty, and push them back, and I think that's where they need to start. We're just about ready for the start of our second half. Teams are out there getting warmed up and getting our final warm-ups in before our second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff. So before we go to our final commercial break here at our Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime, an update. Mille Lacs is leading over Bram at half 24-8. So Mille Lacs is up over Bram right now. This is a rematch of them two from earlier in the season when Mille Lacs won, I believe, was a 16-8 win over Bram in Bram earlier in the season. But that was one where head coach Sean Kunke said that, we should have won, and he was waiting to play them again, and here they are. So here at half, the Tigers trail 22-6 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So we'll take one final commercial break, and then we'll be back for that second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on Anthem Country WCMP.
I can tell you how much fun we had at Nature Ventures in Mora, but why don't I let them tell you?
I love the giant hay structures. Oh, the corn pit is fun. I love the hay rides. And all the animals. Pumpkins!
I like watching you kids play in nature.
The pumpkin patch with so much more. Nature Ventures, getting families together in nature. Just 5 miles southeast of Mora. Open Fridays noon to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6. Sign up now for their Trunk or Treat contest, October 27th. Visit Nature Ventures on Facebook.
And we're back. We're getting ready for the second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff, as the Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 22-6. Seeing a lot of positive things, seeing some things that they'll want to fix here in this second half, and now we get our chance to see what the adjustments were and see if the Tigers can't make the comeback here and get a win and bring themselves to Watertown Mayor next Friday.
Third quarter starting here. Schoenfelder to kick off.
There we go. The Kettle River Pizza kickoff is here, and Schoenfelder will get set to boot this one away for the Bombers.
Oh, we have a bystander in the end zone way down there.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
Well,
the refs are helping them off the field.
Well, they did. I don't think they realized that was the end zone. Whoops.
Here comes the kick.
Well, that's one way to start a half, I guess. Here comes Wood up with the return, and he's up past the 35 to about the 37. So a decent return there for the Tigers on that Kettle River Pizza kickoff. We had the distraction in the end zone, but
good eyes on the kicker from Cannon Falls to notice that and wait for them to clear.
Yeah, that could have been bad. But so the Tigers will start with the ball at their own 37-yard line. And here comes the offense. The offense looks like they have a little bit more pep in their step here coming out of the second half. Two receivers left, running back to the left of Kempf in the gun. Kempf will take the snap. He'll give it off to Kirby. Kirby off the right side of the line. There's nothing doing there. He had a step, but, man, that defender on the edge there quickly clamped down. Stopped there by Jaden Larson-McKay. And he came off that block quickly. I thought, man, we were going to be talking about Kirby off to the races, but not so much.
No, really great job from the defender there to quickly wrap him up.
Yeah, because he had room outside, but, man, he got off the block quickly. So second down and 10, two receivers left. Running back to the left of Kempf. Kempf in the gun. He'll take the snap again to Kirby. Kirby off the right sideline, just going to follow his blockers. There's a flag down in the backfield, and that's never good. Gain about 3, but it won't matter. Probably going to have holding.
Holding against the Tigers.
Holding on the offense.
Well, they had 4 in the first half. Now they'll have 1, 5. This will be their 5th of the game. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And we talked about this. Tigers just can't have those negative plays that set you back like that. And here's one of them, and it's on second down, so it's going to be second and long. And
second down, 20 now for the Tigers.
Man, just a backbreaker here for Rush City.
Yeah. Good field position to start off that kick return, but now they're going to bring it back, like you said, second and long.
We'll see what they do here. Two receivers left again, two tight ends right. Running back to the left of Kempf. Kempf will take the snap. He'll fake it. He's under a ton of pressure. Tried to get it to the intended receiver, William Volk Jr., but it's incomplete. And will they get roughing the passer here? Yeah, they do.
Roughing the passer.
Wow. So the Tigers get a little bit of a break there, roughing the passers because he hit him high.
Yep.
I thought that was an automatic first. That's what I thought.
Brings an automatic first down.
Okay, it is.
Yep.
I wasn't sure. I thought it usually did, but wasn't quite sure. It will be. And the ball will now be spotted at the 42-yard line. Now we get another.
So Tigers catch a little bit of a break here.
Yeah. So, yeah, they get a break there, like you mentioned, and that will certainly help because now they get a new set of downs here, plus a little bit extra at the 42. Kempf has one receiver out wide on each side of the line. He's going to throw to his right, and it's it's incomplete. Again, Diedrich, the intended receiver, but that was Myers again, who had the inside leverage, nearly picked off, but again, Diedrich had to play defender there. He did to knock it away. Nearly another turnover for the Tigers, but Diedrich playing defense knocks it out of the defender's hands, and it'll be second and 10. Two receivers left. Tight end right, two running backs, one on each side of Kempf in the gun. Kempf will take the snap. He'll hand it off left, and not much doing on the carry there for Tyler Munson. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
a yard is better than a loss of yards.
Yeah, that's true. But for the Tigers, now you're 3rd and long, and this is the situation you want to avoid because more than likely it's a pass play here. And the Bombers, after that first drive, have been pretty glued to the receivers on any pass plays.
Yeah, lots of coverage.
One receiver right, one left, 2 tight ends right. It has Kempf in the gun. He has the running back to his left. They're bringing pressure. They pick it up decently. It's intercepted, and that's a pick 6.
Wide open. Nobody downfield at the 10. 5. Touchdown. Canyon Falls for the pick 6.
Tyson Lynn, pick 6.
Not a great way to start the second half there from Rush City.
Not at all. And it was a little bit underthrown, too, so. Well, that will make it 28-6 now. After the pick 6 by Lind. And again, a passing situation, and he just jumped in front of the route. So they'll obviously line up to go for 2. They'll give the counter play here to Jack Myers. Blow the whistle. He's been stopped for about 5 seconds. Gave him a little extra time there with blowing the whistle. He was stopped for a good 2 seconds before they blew it. 2-point conversion, no good, but doesn't really matter because now it's a 22-point deficit for the Rush City Tigers.
Got a long way to come back here.
Yeah, they do, and yeah, it's unfortunate because, again, they had seen this type of deficit before and come back kind of similar to Moose Lake game. But this time it is playoffs and a little bit different situation.
Both teams are going to go into a little bit of a huddle here before the kickoff.
Tell Grady it's not a democracy. He can just call the play and tell whatever he wants. He doesn't need to ask them. No, I know.
So the Tigers and Bombers get back out there for this Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Schoenfelder will get ready to boot it away as he's got the tee. Looks like Wood and Diedrich back deep to return. Here's the boot. And this one going towards the sideline. It's going to go out. It hit a coach on the sideline for Rush City. Wound up back in play, but he is out of bounds. I promise.
Kickoff goes wide left. Out of bounds.
So they'll talk to the head coach over there, Mike Berg, and see what he wants to do, where he wants to put it. So this will be a
kick out of bounds, 5-yard penalty.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, and it will be placing the ball at the chains are set about the 39, and that's where they'll put it.
First down, 10 Tigers.
Pretty good starting field position here for the Tigers.
Yeah, it will be. So can they capitalize off it will be the question. Receiver left, 2 running backs in the backfield in the gun with Kempf. He takes the snap. He's going to give it off the left side of the line to Munson. Munson with a nice stiff arm, running between 2 defenders. Unfortunately, couldn't break a tackle between those 2. But he's up to about the, 43, maybe the 44?
I'd say about the 44.
Gain of 4. And second down and 6 now.
We have 9 minutes and 40 seconds left here.
So that clock not friendly right now for the Tigers.
No.
And here come the Tigers out of the huddle. 2 receivers left. 2 running backs in the gun with Kempf. Kempf will take the snap. He'll hand it off the left side of the line. And breaking through one, but can't get off another. Oh, man, Logan Kirby almost had that one. If he could have stayed up, he's running a ways, but just couldn't hold himself up. Gain of about 2 there. It'll be 3rd and 4.
It seems like the Tigers are bouncing back well after that pick 6 there.
Yeah, it does. They're certainly not focusing on it, dwelling on it. There we go. That's the word I wanted to use. They're certainly coming out and trying to get past it. Kempf, 2 backs with him in the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll give it off to Logan Kirby now off the right side of the line. Not a lot doing there on that one. Maybe another gain of 2. And it'll be fourth and 1. Here we go. This could really change this game in a big way, good or bad, for Rush.
They're going for it.
If they don't get it here, then, well, Cannon Falls could put this one away, but if they get it, they're under center now. It'll be a sneak by Kempf, and yeah, he didn't get. Ooh.
That's going to be close.
Looks like he made it. Yep, it'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Are they
first down for the Tigers.
A yard, and that's all he needed. It'll be a first down for the Tigers. That initial push did not look like he got it, but they kept driving, kept pushing forward, and got just enough for that first down at the 49-yard line.
I like the new kind of tick yardage they're playing out there.
So now it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Running back in the gun with Kempf. They'll give it to Kirby. Kirby gets past 1 defender and then is wrapped up quickly. Gain of 2.
Kirby, the ball carrier, takes it to the 49-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd down and 8.
2nd down, 8 Tigers.
As that clock continues to run. Get the play call out here now. And
7 minutes.
7 minutes exactly left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Tigers need to get going with their offense, unfortunately. Run, and Kirby is in the backfield. Nowhere to go. He lost 1.
Kirby, the ball carrier.
That was stuff from the get-go. The D-line for Cannon Falls was in there quickly.
It almost seems like they're scared to pass now.
Yeah, they don't want to take a chance here, turn the ball over, but now this might be more or less a passing situation. Receiver on each side of the formation for Kempf. He'll take the snap. He will throw under a ton of pressure. This one's picked off.
Again, and he is running with it.
It's Jack Myers.
He's going across the 30 now,
pick
the
6.
20. Another pick 6 for Cannon Falls. I think they just put the nail in the coffin there.
Well, unfortunately, that makes it 34-6, and yeah, unfortunately, that might have put this one out of reach.
Great defensive plays from Cannon Falls right now. They are able to see the routes that they're running almost before the receivers are.
Well, and it does help. They're getting a ton of pressure on Kempf. Kempf really has no time to throw back there. He's throwing off his back foot, which is the reason why he's not getting any zip on the ball. And we know he's got an arm, and if he's got at all, even a little bit of time, he can zip it in there. And for the first time here today, Cannon Falls will line up for the extra point. Schoenfeld, the kick is up, and good.
Into the fans behind the post.
34-6 with
6 minutes to go.
So that's what we got left here in the 3rd on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Well, it's tough to move the ball when you're not getting a ton of help up front. The last play, unfortunately, before that pass was Kirby taking off the right side of the line. He's just been doing a good job lowering the shoulder and just following his blockers, but his blockers unfortunately got bunched up and he had nowhere to turn it upfield, and he was taken down behind the line of scrimmage, so it led to a 3rd and long. They were forced into a passing situation, and well, unfortunately it meant a passing situation which the Bombers knew, and then Myers just stepped in front of it again. Kempf under a ton of pressure.
Hagel in the kick now. Diedrich and Wood back deep for the Tigers.
Well, the Tigers will line up for this Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And here's the boot. It will be more of a squib kick. It will be a return here. That was a missed face mask call. Got his face mask quickly. It was a face mask no less, but they missed it, unfortunately, just in too many bodies there. Kirby on the return, short return. He'll bring it up past the 40 to about the 43. So the Tigers offense will come back out. One receiver each side of the formation. Two tight ends right, running back on the left side of Kempf. Kempf, this time a quick screen here to Diedrich. Diedrich makes one man miss, sidesteps him up past the 50 to the, ooh, they're going to give him a good spot here to about the 47.
Yard line.
A gain about 7-8 yards.
That was a great pass.
It was. That was a good-looking pass, a quick pass at that, too. So getting it out quick. And they'll give it off the right side to, no, it will be Kempf who will keep it, and he's going backwards, and...
Oh, a helmet has come off.
Lost his helmet.
Stopped at the line.
Kempf has got to go out for a play. No gain. A little bit of confusion here for the Tigers. And they've got to get going because this play clock is running. Probably will wind up taking a timeout.
5 minutes left here.
So 5 minutes go in the third quarter. Play clock apparently not down to that 10 seconds yet. There it is. There's the 10-second. It'll be Diedrich who takes the snap. He's got some room out to the right side. Stiff arming a man. He's got the first down and then some to the 40 of Cannon Falls. Gain of about 8 there for Diedrich.
And the first down.
That is a big play there for the Tigers. Diedrich picks up the first because Kempf had to come out for a play because he lost his helmet. So he's back in now, but Diedrich took it out right and got the first down. One receiver on each side of the formation here for Rush City. Kempf in the gun. Kempf takes the snap. Looking to his left, instead throws to his right. It's incomplete. Pass intended for Wood. So second down and 10 now for Rush City. And it looks like Mille Lacs is still up 24-8 after 3 quarters. So they're into the fourth up there in Isle, Minnesota. Kempf in the gun. He'll take the snap, give up the middle of the Kirby, and he's going backwards.
Kirby the ball.
Loss of 2.
Tackle made by.
And that'll be third and long again, and unfortunately a passing situation, and unfortunately we've got a Tiger down.
Oh, no.
So we'll take commercial breaks while they check on the injured Tiger.
Hey, it's Alyssa Krieger with Realty Group. Thank you so much, Pine County, for voting me Best Real Estate Agent of 2024. For all your real estate needs, head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, it's Alicia Krieger with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to countylinesrealestate.com.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP, we've got a player down for Rush City, unfortunately, so that has been the reason for the stop to the action here in the third quarter. Tigers trailing that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard of 35-6. While they tend to the injured player. Taking a look again up in Isle, Mille Lacs leading Bram 24-8. The winner of that one will go on to the championship game. More than likely against Deer River. Deer River again having another good season. Also tonight we've got Malacca at Annandale over on KBK 95.5 FM. Andy Beckstrom will make his way from Isle to Annandale. Thanks to him for making that trip and doing that for us. And then also tonight at about the 6 o'clock hour, I'll be down at North Branch High School for North Branch taking on Grand Rapids. And injured player is up to his feet. Logan Kirby, sadly the injured Tiger. Hopefully, we wish him nothing but the best. And we wish that he is okay. Hopefully it's just a stinger and that he's not out for long.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, it's really, the last thing anybody wants to see is somebody get injured, and thankfully he's able to walk up under his own power. That's huge, but he was down for a while. Well, back to action, and it's third down. 2 receivers left for Kempf. Kempf will have Munson in the backfield with him. He'll fake the give to Munson, and wow, for one of the few times here tonight, good pass protection, and then the pass to Wood is incomplete. Just a little bit behind Wood there on that one, and that'll bring up 4th and long. And from here on out, we'll more than likely see him go for it because they're down by 29.
You gotta in these situations.
It would look like a good pass just behind Wood a little bit, and had he put it out in front of him a little bit, Wood would, I don't know, would have been close to a first down maybe if he had turned it up, but instead it's 4th and long. Tigers come out, receiver on each side of the formation. Munson in the backfield with Kempf. Kempf, he'll look to his left. He's going to lob it deep. Good-looking lob for Diedrich, but just too far out in front of him.
So it's going to be a turnover on downs here.
It didn't look like the receiver had gotten a good release. Also, again, I don't know if he knew where the ball was. This will, believe it or not, be the first offensive possession for Cannon Falls here in this third quarter.
Yeah.
3:44 to go in the third. A late man on for Cannon Falls. Power T, they'll give it off the right side to Jack Myers. He's weaving his way through traffic, spins off of one tackle, and takes it up to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down 6.
Power T formation again, second down and 6 for the Bombers. Grady Myers under center takes the snap. He'll give it off the left side of the line here to Lind. How did he get off that tackle? He
and another one.
Got a stiff arm, then broke off of another. Wow.
They're shifty.
Took it up to the 50, another gain of 4.
Takes it out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it was a case where it was like, man, he's going to get back taken down in the backfield, and then he broke off that one, then got forward, broke off another one, and fell to the 50-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and short for Cannon Falls. A little bit of jumbled mess there on that handoff as it went to Kyra. And he gained maybe a half yard.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
So here we go, 4th down.
Just coming up to 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
And the Bombers get to the line. 4th and short. This is where we've usually seen August Wagner take the ball. We'll see if that's who they give it to. They'll look to the sideline now for a different call maybe. And they'll hand it off the left side. Yep, it's Wagner. And he got the first by just a yard. So they do give it back to Wagner for the first down.
Yep.
And not too surprising who they were going to give it to there because he has been their guy on 4th and these 3rd and shorts. So not too surprising as to who they gave it to on that one.
As the Bombers come up to the line of scrimmage here, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
So closing in on 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Grady Myers will get it off the right side of the line now, and the ball carrier gets to the 44. Gain of 4. That time the ball carrier, number 20, Kobe Turner.
Turner, the ball carrier, stopped by Volk Jr. at the 44-yard line. Second down, 6.
So 2nd and 6 now for the Bombers of Cannon Falls. We're under a minute to go here in the 3rd.
Coming up on 30 seconds, actually.
30 seconds. So this could be one of the final plays of the 3rd. Grady Myers under center, takes the snap. Give it right up the middle here to Kyra, and Kyra's got a good chunk. He'll be, look at a good spot right at the first down line.
Tackle made by Luckoff and Munson.
Well, the down marker's a little bit behind the ball. The ball looks like it's got a first down. We do get a timeout by Rush City. It'll be their first of the half.
They are going to call a first down.
Okay, so they do call it the first down.
25 seconds.
And that timeout called by Rush City. They'll have 2 left. It was a quick timeout. So he coaches back to the sideline. So it is a first down on the carry from Kyra.
And teams are going to come out of that timeout there. Canyon Falls coming up to the line of scrimmage here. Winding down the 3rd quarter here. Probably one of the last plays we're going to see. Power T formation, the snap, and they're going to run it up the left side here. He's going to be brought down. It's going to be
Menard, the ball carrier.
Dre Menard, or Menard.
Dropped at the 36-yard line.
Ball's on the 36.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Second down.
7.
Only gain of 3 there, and that will probably bring us to the end of the 3rd, to the 4th quarter here at Rush City. And there we go.
Into the 4th quarter here. Bombers lead the Tigers 35-6.
And unfortunately, We had mentioned about that last pick six kind of putting it away, and may have. Well, we'll take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors, then back here for the fourth quarter on WCMP.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. Thank you for voting us the best real estate office in Iceni County. We appreciate you. For all your real estate needs, head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Of course, thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Appreciate them. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Bombers as we again switch sides of the field. Grady Myers in at quarterback and give his up the middle here to running back Kyra. Maybe a yard. That's it. So it's 3rd down and about 6. As Grady Myers gets the play call into the huddle. And they get to the line of scrimmage.
Power T formation.
Myers takes the snap. A little bit of a counter. They run into each other, and the running back hurdles one defender, but then he's quickly taken down after a gain of 2. That is, again, Colby Turner. So it'll be 4th down.
Tackle made by Luckoff.
Luckoff with the stop for the Tigers, and 4th and about 4. Tigers looking to make a stop, get that ball back, and try and score. They'll fake the give, and they'll pass here on 4th. Turner with the catch. That is a 1st down. Gain of 5.
Pass completed to Turner at the 27-yard line.
And they'll get a new set of downs as that got them inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. And the Bombers will hold on to the ball here on offense. Myers and company break the huddle. Myers takes the snap, gives it out here to the left side. Maynard has it, and he's got up to the 20.
Maynard, the ball carrier.
It's going to be a good run out to the left side of the field there.
20-yard line. Tackle.
Gain of 7 there for him. I don't know if he stayed in or not, but nice gain of 7.
Under 10 minutes now.
Myers and the Bombers to the line, and they'll give it up the middle. Just another new running back out there, Gavin Moorhead.
Moorhead, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 14.
It's a new set of downs as he's taken down at the 14. Gain of 6 for him.
They're just keeping up with that slow, methodical push down the field.
Mm-hmm. So they are inside the Roddy Motors red zone once again. Myers will keep it himself off the left side. He's got no one there. Grady Myers from 14 yards out in for the touchdown, and if it wasn't done now, it is, unfortunately, for the Tigers. So the Bombers score again, making it 41-6. And they will line up to, looks like kick the extra point once again.
8.5.
8.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, for sure. And if RC guys that are on there, let's
Oh, Schoenfelder will line up to kick the extra point. That one's going to be no good.
Kick no good.
So no PAT on that one. So their first offensive drive of the half goes for 6, and they now take a 35-point lead. And now the referee is down at the north end zone.
Say again where you want it. 8:13.
They're going to fix the time on the clock here. That was the conversation, so we were trying to figure that out. Apologize for any silence there that you heard, but we were trying to figure out what they want. So they're going to set the clock to 8 minutes, 13 seconds as we get ready for a Kettle River Pizza kickoff here from Cannon Falls. Here's the boot. This one booted downfield. Diedrich going to get on top of it. He takes it in around the 25, cuts back, and he's run into a couple of defenders and trying to get off the. That whistle was a little quick.
I would agree. He looked like he was about to break away there.
Interesting. Well, the ball will be spotted, looks like, at about the 30-yard line. Interesting whistle there, but that's where the Tigers offense will take over. Their 4th possession of the second half. Here comes Kempf and company. 2 receivers left. Tight ends right. He's got a running back Munson to his left in the backfield. Takes the snap. He'll give it to Munson. Munson falls forward for maybe 2.
Munson, the ball carrier. No gain on the play.
And we are into full running time now. So under 8 minutes here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Rush City. Turnovers today will be one of the things they talk about, and another one of them will be just unable to get off the field. Their defense was. As they come to line, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left. Kempf takes the snap. He fakes the give to Munson, and he'll roll out to his right. He's going to look to chuck it deep. He's got Diedrich down there. Jump ball. Diedrich holds on at the 45, and Diedrich's going to come up hurt. Ah, man. You just hate to see that.
He came down straight onto his back.
Yeah.
Player down. Refs are going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, they'll call timeout for the injured player. He's up on his own power, but I think maybe more or less got the wind knocked out of him that time, I think.
I would agree there.
Either way, a big 25-yard pass. So 1 receiver right. They'll switch the running backs up. Right next to the quarterback, Kempf. Kempf, he'll take it and toss it out to the right to Wood. Wood breaks off of 1, spinning forward for an extra yard maybe.
Wood takes the option.
Gain of 3, maybe 4. 3 yards.
Yeah, 3-yard gain on
for
the
Wood.
play, 2nd down, 7 Tigers.
So 2nd and 7 for Rush City.
Coming up on 6 minutes left here.
Man, that is so unfortunate for Rush City. You know, not a huge chunk of seniors, but a decent amount of seniors on this squad, and they'll certainly be missed next year. But Kempf will take the snap. He'll give it up to Wood again. Wood's got a wide open hole to run through, quickly closed, but picks up still about a 4, maybe even 5. He picked up 5. Third down and 2 for Rush City. So he had a nice, quick open hole to run through and quickly jumped through it.
He was limping back to the huddle a little bit, but he looks to be okay.
Yeah, and going to be battling through that injury, even if he is hurt, because more than likely last game of the season. So
Yeah.
Kemp will keep it himself. Got some room to run, breaks off of one tackle, and then the next tackler will wrap him up. But he got a first down to about the 32-yard line.
First down for the Tigers. 5 minutes left here. That clock's going quicker and quicker, it feels like.
It really does, but the Tigers have had a great season. Fortunately, it's coming to a close here today. But they're still fighting out there. Munson will get the carry. He's got some room to run. Carries it off the left side of the line. Good carry there for him. From the 27. Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 now.
Second down, 6.
So unfortunately, it's tough in a spot like this for a team. You're still fighting, you're still battling out there. But unfortunately, 35 points down with under 5 minutes to go now.
You kind of know.
Yep. But for the Tigers, you like to see them continue. Oh, broken play.
Oh, no. You hate to see that.
Broken play will set them all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. He was waiting for the running back, and there was none, unfortunately. And broken play there. Kemp just tried to get forward, but not going to be able to. And unfortunate for them, that'll make it third and about 9 here.
Coming up on about 3.5 minutes here. 41-6, Cannon Falls leads the Tigers.
2 receivers right for the Tigers. Munson to the right of Kemp as well. Kemp, he'll look, he'll throw to the right side. It's underthrown and knocked away by the defender. Nearly knocked away into a defender's arms, but that pass intended for Diedrich is incomplete, and 4th down upon us.
And I think they're going to go for it here. I don't think they have another choice.
Yeah, I don't think any other reason why they wouldn't. So 4th and long, they'll go for it. It won't really affect the game much because it'll be, unfortunately, a little bit too much to overcome for the Tigers. They'll fake the give to Munson. Oh, what a grab by Volk.
Good play.
What a grab by Volk all the way up to the 15.
Great catch by Volk Jr.
15 yards for William Volk Jr.
First down.
Wow. What a grab.
Yeah, it looks like he overthrew him just a little bit.
But
he had the heads-up play to get up and grab it.
Made that one-handed grab to get it into him and then hold on. So a new set of downs now at the 15-yard line for the Tigers. 2 receivers right. They'll give it up to Munson. Munson's got a little bit of room to run. Carries a defender forward for nearly 5, a gain of 4.
Takes it down to the 11-yard line.
As we continue to inch closer and closer to the end of this one. The Tigers, this is the type of methodical drive you would have liked to have seen earlier in the game, but still battling to the very, very end here for the seniors.
Under 2 minutes left here.
Kemp in the gun, receivers, 2 of them to the right. He'll give it to Munson again. Munson off the left side of the line, got some room to run, runs over one defender, and then he's taken down just at the 1.
Looks like he tripped up a little bit.
That's enough yards for a
Gain of 11.
City Tigers. First down.
First down and goal.
First and goal now.
The 1 or 2 yard line, and they'll try and punch it in here before the end of the game.
Might as well.
And they'll go under center. Kemp, they'll try and get him into the end zone. He's still moving that pile, and he is in to the end zone. Touchdown, Kemp for the touchdown. Well, 41-12, and nice to see them get into the end zone at least again.
That touchdown coming with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here.
He'll have 2 receivers right. 3, actually. Kempf will roll out to that right side. He'll get it back over the middle. It's incomplete. Maybe could have got a flag there for PI, but it's incomplete. So they do get a touchdown here.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter.
41-12, and we will get a kickoff, another Kettle River Pizza kickoff, and then probably just see Cannon Falls kneel the rest of it. At least they should.
Yeah.
Don't really need to see them run the ball anymore or run any more plays because this one is unfortunately coming to its end. Tigers trail 41-12 on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard. And see if we can't get you an update from that Bram-Mille Lacs game. So we get ready for the Kettle River Pizza kick from Rush City. Looks like they're in the fourth quarter with the same score still, 24-8. Lax with the lead. I don't know if that's gone final yet or what, but here is the kick from Rush City. Looks like they will go for more of an onside. That ball's still up for grabs, but Cannon Falls does fall on top of it back at the 46, and that should just about bring us to the end of this one. And we'll see, I'm guessing Cannon Falls, well, again, they should just kneel it out, but we'll see what they decide to do. They will have a new quarterback, a whole new offense out there, basically. But, again, this should just be to kneel it.
Yeah, unfortunate. 1:04 left.
Are they going to run the clock? Yep, they will.
Yeah. So now we get under a minute here.
So 2 kneel downs, and that will bring us to the end. Yep, looks like they will kneel it.
Running the play clock down.
There's the knee. We'll see one more, and that will do it, unfortunately. So,
unfortunately.
They're coming to the sideline as if I think they still need one more. Maybe not. Did they run it down enough? Looks like they won't need another one. Well, that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the Tigers will fall here to the Bombers of Cannon Falls. 41-12, and not the way the Tigers were hoping it was going to finish, but that's unfortunately will be the end of this one. We will take a commercial break, recap this one when we come back, and let you know what's coming up. You're listening to Playoff Football here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Well, back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350. I don't even know what that is, but unfortunately it's a little bit of a somber post game because the Tigers fall in this one 41-12. And it ends their season a lot earlier than they were hoping. It was a good run nonetheless for Rush City, finishing this regular season 8-0, getting that first round bye, but unfortunately Cannon Falls just kind of ran the ball too well here today, and Rush City just couldn't get any stops here in this one for the Tigers. It's wrapped up the season at 8-1 overall. A tough way to end the season, but again, Cannon Falls just ran the ball so methodically here in this one. There was almost nothing Rush City could do.
Yeah, they knew what they needed to do on offense, and they stuck to it. And, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had what was working for them, and they just stuck to it. And when Rush City figured something out to counteract that, they were just able to be quick on their feet and make an adjustment and just keep powering forward. And we just unfortunately didn't see that from Rush City tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't, and it's hard to stop a Power T offense that runs so well like that. Again, their defensive line so strong up front. They got a lot of a push early and often. And when you're able to get a team who can do that as well as they did, well, they're not easy to stop, and they proved that again here this afternoon. But for Rush City, again, a phenomenal season, a great season, 8-0, beating Moose Lake Willow River once again. That was huge, but fortunately it comes to an end here against Cannon Falls. Taking a look at some of the stats here, they finished the game with 175 yards of offense, 80 rushing, 95 passing, and that's pretty much it. Their leading receiver was Lucas Diedrich with well over 50 yards receiving, so Cannon Falls is on to the next round, and we'll take a look and see if maybe the bracket will be updated. No, it will not. So they will either play Central Public Schools or St. Agnes. St. Agnes, no stranger to that championship game. We'll see if who will be headed to the state tournament. Well, first, I want to thank all of you for tuning in here this afternoon. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're watching this, listening/watching this on our YouTube page, be sure to like and subscribe. If you see that red subscribe button, hit that red subscribe button. And that way you'll be notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event on this YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified, and then you'll just click the notification. It will take you right to the live audio or video. Of course, coming up in just about an hour and a half over on 100.9 FM, we'll have North Branch hosting Grand Rapids in their section semifinals. So tune in for that one. But again, huge shout out to all of you for tuning in. Let's take a look, though, and give credit to these seniors. I always like to do that, especially when it's their final game. First, Jackson Schmidt. Then you've got Jamison Wood, Matthew Kempf, William Volk Jr., Caden Skoogman. And then we go down to Logan Kirby, another one of those seniors, another one being Braden Neeson, and then another one, Jace Allerton. And the final one on here is Vincent Scheel. Those are the seniors for this Rush City squad. So, their position players, their skill players, will kind of be gone. But we see they get basically their entire offensive line back, a good chunk of their defense back. So when you look at it, yeah, they're giving up a lot of their skill position players. But they will have a good chunk of their offensive line back next year. And, in talking with their head coach, Lakeberg, he talked about how some of these freshmen, they've started this year, played a lot. They'll be back next year. So this team could actually be, I'm not going to say better than this year, but they could be right back in this spot next year.
Yeah, I mean, those younger kids are definitely going to have some big boots to fill, especially in those position parts like you were saying. However, having that offensive line be young and being able to come back and theoretically use this knowledge they've gained from such a great season here to carry that into the next is a big thing for a team, especially losing those position player seniors like you had talked about. So there's definitely positivity to look at in this unfortunate turn of events here tonight.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the Tigers do lose. We were obviously hoping we could continue to call them as far as they went and hopefully get to state, but it ends right here at Cannon Falls. And the tough part about this is I'm not going to say that Cannon Falls isn't a good team, because they certainly are. They ran the ball real well tonight. But a lot of times then you'll see a team like this go on and maybe, I'm not going to say they will, because they're a very strong team, but then you see a team like this go on and maybe lose in the next round, and it almost I think for a team like Rush, it makes you feel, man, that it should have been us in the next round because, well, they lost, So I can certainly understand where a lot of this angst would come from, but they still have to realize what kind of season they had. First of all, 8-0. Not a lot of teams go undefeated in football. It's hard to do, but they are one of the few teams that did it. They beat Moose Lake Willow River on the road. Also hard to do, not easy to do.
Huge.
So to be able to have a season like this, obviously it ends a lot sooner than you wanted, but they got to understand and realize how great of a season it was and remember that, hey, this was a special year, especially for all these seniors. And then for next year's guys, they got to realize, hey, we need to get back to this point and we need to do better and kind of, pay an homage to the seniors who paved the way for us. So a great season for Rush City. Unfortunately, comes to an end a little bit sooner than they would have liked here against Cannon Falls. 41-12, they fall here in this one. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you for tuning in. Give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors as the final there up in Isle, Mille Lacs gets the victory, 24-8 over Bram. Surprising that we had that many points in the first half and then none in the second half, so defenses came to play over there. But in this one, we are final as well. The Tigers fall 41-12, and again, just a tough way for the season to end for the Tigers, but great season nonetheless. And again, huge shout out to you for tuning in. You give me a job to do, so I appreciate that. Then to all the fine sponsors as well. Can't do it without them. Of course, stay tuned. Coming up, as I mentioned before, about an hour and a half on 100.9 FM, we'll have Rush City hosting Grand Rapids over in that one. Then a little bit later over on KBEK, we'll have Malacca and Annandale going at it, so tune in back in for those. Again, be sure to stay tuned to our morning shows over on 95.5 FM with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30, 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus regional and national sports. Also stay tuned to our websites for both stations. That's where you can find the broadcast schedule. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. It will show and have all the links there for all the games we'll be covering that week. Of course, that is subject to change. Of course, also stay tuned to all of our social medias. Go give them a like, follow, subscribe, whatever you need to do on our Facebook page for both stations, our Instagram for both stations, plus our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports, breaking sports news, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, athletes committing to where they'll play in college, interviews, all that and more that you can think of on our social media pages, so stay tuned to all of those as well. Final here in this one, the Tigers fall to the Cannon Falls Bombers 41-12. Mac Nelson to my right. Any final thoughts here from this game?
Big final thoughts. As the Tigers, you have nothing to hang your heads about. Phenomenal season, 8-0, taking the win over Moose Lake Willow River, which is a huge, daunting task in the world of high school football, at least for this section anyways. Mm-hmm. But no, nothing to hang your heads about. Cannon Falls, they played a methodical offense, and they played it well. That's bottom line. There isn't much else to say. They came to play.
They did, and it was a good game for the Bombers. Tigers will be disappointed, but again, like you said, still a really, really good season. That is going to do it for us. Be sure to tune in on 100.9 FM. Coming up in about an hour and a half, we'll have North Branch taking on Grand Rapids in their section semifinal at North Branch High School. Once again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Tigers fall to the Bombers of Cannon Falls 41-12. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Gilman. That was Mac Nelson. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tune back into 100.9 about an hour and a half. But other than that, if you don't, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a fantastic weekend.